Hi, welcome back to Velo News TV. I'm Neil Rogers here standing in front of the historic Hotel Boulderado. This is the hotel where Team Slipstream Chipotle has been staying for the last week. Tonight is the night of their team presentation at the Boulder Theater, which is a block that way. We're going to head inside, talk to a few of the riders, and then head over to the theater. Hopefully catch some of the goings on, talk to a few more of the riders, and then check out the team presentation. So let's take a step inside. First of all, nice suit. I heard everyone on the team got one of the Paul Smith suits. Tell me a little bit about that process from the beginning to now.
Well, personally, I live in Durango, Colorado, and probably don't have too many reasons to have a suit. So when they sent me an email and said, "Hey, you need to get a suit by Friday," before we left for training camp, I thought, "Oh, I'm screwed. What am I going to do?" I started to go suit shopping and looked all over and totally ran out of luck, and I came up here and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to buy one here, and then we get another email that says, hey, we've got suits for everyone, stay calm. And so for me it was a blessing in disguise, to get a free suit and all that stuff. But yeah, they're really sweet Paul Smith suits, and the whole team is outfitted by this pretty stylish design.
And so how did that work? I mean, you send them your basic measurements, they provide the suits, and everyone went to a tailor? Or?
Actually not. We, surprisingly enough, we didn't send any measurements, and maybe they took them from our Pearl Clothing or some other sort of sponsor measurement that we already took, but they got them pretty spot on. We went to get them tailored, but for the most part, they were pretty spot on.
Yeah, just kind of walk us through the last week or so of the camp. I mean, not day by day, but just sort of the highlights and what it's been like with this team.
Well, it's really been a different camp for me. With Discovery Channel, we did a lot of different things at the training camp. More team bonding, but more in a structured setting. Whereas here was a lot of different activities, everything from team bonding activities like dinner, trips together to actual training rides, to lectures, to media training. You name it, we did it, and I think it was really comprehensive, everything that we went through. And leaving this camp, I know we still have a few more days left, but leaving this camp, I know a lot what to expect with Slipstream in 2008, whereas before, new team, quadruple the size of the team, no one really knows what to expect, and they've stepped up to the plate. And here we are November 14th, and they've got more stuff done than Discovery Channel had done in the end of January. So I'm super impressed. I'm really happy to be here, and it's an amazing group of guys.
Tell us what we can expect to see tonight. You guys had a walkthrough earlier. I know that there's sort of been a build-up for tonight. Tell us what we might be seeing.
I don't think it's anything, earth-shattering, just a really classy event with sort of a unique setting. The Boulder Theater is sort of historic. It kind of goes along with the whole theme of the team, different, Colorado, tough, together, unique. It really, we start with the Boulderado Theater and we go to the actual program tonight. We have a team presentation. We introduce the team. We have a couple movies. We introduce the reality TV show that our team's going to be doing, and then we have the David Miller movie that kind of is a little highlight into the insight that David went through with everything. Everything from getting caught to coming clean and to why he's here today. And I think it's a good description of why we're here today. And here we are, Colorado team, looking at the Tour de France and ready to represent cycling in the best place possible.
All right, Magnus Backstedt, I had the pleasure of meeting with some of the guys from Ceres today, the Power Tap guys.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting because your name came up. They were showing us some 2008 products, some unreleased trainers, and they said that you took a spin on one yesterday, and they thought maybe you were going to hop on, just kind of test it out real quick, and you did a full workout out on the balcony here at the Boulderado. Tell us a little bit about how your level of dedication, maybe for training with the track World Cup's coming up versus some of the other guys here.
Well, I've got the World Cups coming up, and it's a big event for me coming into to the Olympics and trying to qualify both myself and Sweden as a nation to go to the Olympics on the track. And I just need to do all my training as much as I can. And yesterday was a pretty full spec day from about 9:30 in the morning until probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I kind of snuck out a little bit from one of the meetings and jumped on the trainer, and the guys from Cyclops were there, and I thought, well, it's a perfect opportunity to try one of the new products out and see what it's all about. So I gave it the full go, and it worked out really good.
He said something about 500 watts for 5 minutes and 1,500 plus watts on the trainer.
Yeah, you know, I had some 5-minute intervals to do to prepare for the pursuit that I'm doing down at the World Cups, and that's, you know, a bit lower than my normal pursuits power output, but it's still pretty high. And then I thought just to give it a proper go and see if the actual, you know, the trainer itself worked out on the full sprint, and you know, 1500 watts came up on the screen. So you know, I'm pretty happy with that on the trainer.
Yeah, on a trainer, especially at altitude.
Yeah, exactly that as well. You know, it's I mean, the shorter, sharper jumps is always easier to make at altitude. It's more when you start going any longer distances that, you know, you feel the effects of your breathing is not quite normal, and your heart rate goes up a bit higher. So.
Sure. You've been in pro cycling for a while now. Tell us a little bit about your perception of this team from the week or so of the camp you've been.
It's been extremely well organised. And there's just something about this whole team. The first day that we met, we had breakfast together, everyone, and it was just some sort of a vibe up in the air, and it just felt incredibly good to be part of the whole setting. And I mean, some of the guys I don't know before, some of the guys I have been racing with for, you know, a number of years, and for everyone to actually just jump in and start, you know, linking together, working together, and just having a good time together. And you know, ultimately this sport is such a hard sport that if you don't have a good time off the bike, you know, it's going to make it so much harder to actually be competitive on the bike. And you know, I think we got the perfect setting for it.
Yeah, from what I've seen this week, you guys have definitely dialed in having fun together.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the up part with having an early camp in November. You know, most of the guys are not really into training yet, and you know, still about having a bit of fun. But even the guys who hasn't been out all the time, or you know, had some work to do, it's been really easy to integrate with the guys. And you know, it feels like I've been riding with these guys for the past 5 years now.